Good morning, guys. Eric here with driverlineup.com. World's okayest steering wheel holder. If you have not done so, please subscribe. All my vlogs, our vlogs. Jenna doesn't really vlog too much, but we are a team truck with Prime. All of our vlogs are in order, so sometimes I talk about things that I talked about in the previous video. So if you're subscribed, you'll know the whole, you'll have the scoop. So before I get into the guts of this video, which I'm sure a lot of you are here to watch because of the title, I want to give you an update on the route that we took to Macon. The jury is still out. Got a lot of comments, well, not a lot, a couple comments. Some saying, yeah, go that way. Some saying, don't go that way. So I told you that we were testing out, or I was testing out the route from Springfield, Missouri to Macon, Georgia, going through Birmingham and Memphis instead of Nashville, Chattanooga, Atlanta. Now you still have to go through some of Atlanta, but you hit the bypass coming from 20, going the way that I went last night before, because it's like 3 in the morning on Saturday morning. Or no, 1 in the morning on Saturday morning. So that would have been Thursday night / Friday morning. The reason I wanted to try that route is that piece of interstate from Paducah over to Nashville, we were going through Kentucky, is shitty. Oh, I hate it. And Traveling Southern Bellis said watch for the construction on 285. Yeah, it's true on the route that we took, but there's construction over there in Kentucky too. And that road is just, I can't stand that road. And then I really despise coming from Chattanooga going down through Atlanta, because bypass to me doesn't really bypass much of anything. And the Atlanta bypass is it's just ridiculous. Like, it doesn't, they need a bypass for the bypass. So even though it was, wait, today's Sundays. I got my days mixed up. So even though it was a Saturday morning, yesterday morning, still, man, you can get caught up in that stuff and it sucks. So the jury's still out on this. It took right about the same amount of time. Now, it was 70 miles longer to go the Memphis-Birmingham route. The only reason I did it is because I was going to be driving Memphis and Birmingham during the night, so it wasn't really a big deal, right? Memphis can suck during the day. So I think it added like 70 miles. But it took right about the same amount of time. So I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe there's another thing that I was able to avoid by going that way is that there's a climb. You guys know that climb between Nashville and Chattanooga that can slow you down. There's the construction in Kentucky that can slow you down. The traffic coming down from Chattanooga to Atlanta, I'm not really sure what it is, but took about the same amount of time. It may be 15 minutes longer to do 70 miles more. So I'm not sure yet. It does suck going through Memphis. When you're in South Memphis, where there's all that construction, but there was no traffic. It was in the middle of the night. But still, it was sucky. So I'm not sure, guys. Talked about that for a few minutes. But I did I got some messages from several people saying, let me know what you think, because others have been thinking about it too, which I thought was interesting. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one I prefer. I think it's more like a pick your poison. There's not a way that I would say that way's better, Just gonna pick your poison. So the jury's still out on that. Anyway, yeah, so I'm doing the math on my truck order. As you guys know, we ordered a Peterbilt buying a brand new 2022 Peterbilt Ultraloft. And I'm trying to get my, now if you go back way early in my videos, you know that Jen and I are our emergency fund. We haven't really used Prime's emergency fund. We are our emergency fund. But I've started using it to pay for my truck, my new truck order. So saved, I put quite a bit of money on it to make my initial deposit, to pay for my extras, all that good stuff. So I was doing the math this morning. I'm like, whew, man, you know, when you order a truck, it's a chunk, man. It's a chunk. And we make pretty good money, so we're okay. But still, just sitting there thinking, gosh, you know, I have till July 6th to come up with 10 grand, $10,000. I'm gonna walk faster because this dude's like, I'm gonna be ready to punch somebody in the throat here. This dude's circling. But anyway, $10,000. Like that's a pill to swallow right there, man. And I'm just trying to get comfortable with it, and planning on I think the figure that I've come up with is 10 cents per mile that I'm going to dump into my emergency fund, my e-fund. That's going to get me, you know, pretty comfortably, well, not comfortably, but get me where I want to be on having the payment ready. I think that guy's just going for a walk, but it's like 1 a.m. Like, going for a walk is weird. But he circled a lot and came up behind me. I'm like, dude, I'm about to put 40 pounds at work here if you try to creep up on me. Anyway, I think 10 cents per mile, which I've had 5 cents per mile going, but I think 10 cents per mile, if my math is correct, based on the average miles that we run on our truck, is going to put about $1,500 a month into our e-fund between now and when our truck gets here. And then I'll have to make up a little bit of a difference, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. So, but anyway, man, you know, and a lot of people say, well, why, you know, I was of the mind in the past that I would just keep leasing a new truck because you get a brand new truck every 3 years. You get the lease completion bonus, you know, and I've gotten some questions of, well, what's really the advantage? Well, yeah, you don't get the lease completion bonus, but you have the asset. And when you pay for that truck, when you pay that truck off, man, it really starts to work for you. Even if you have mechanical issues, just the amount of revenue that is no longer going to a truck payment, it's substantial. You know, you're talking like $60,000 a year. Plus you have an asset that's worth around $60,000. So to me, Lyle from No Hippie Trucking Transportation, you know, he'd talked to me quite a bit about it some time ago and just got me really thinking on it. And it's kind of like, man, of course that's the way to go, but dude, you know, you really gotta, I'm not saying a deposit's a problem for us, but it's just when push comes to shove, you know, then that 10,000, that's what I have left to pay for it. Just the deposit, you know. It was initially, I think, 12,000 for me, but I had some discounts because I've been leasing since I've been with Prime. So paid $1,000 down to start. You get $1,000 off your deposit per year, down to a minimum of $8,000. So if you've been leasing with Prime for 5 years, you know, you can get that deposit down to like $8 grand. So, but still, those of you thinking about buying a truck and you're going to place that order for 6 months out, no, you don't have to have the money in the bank. But if you don't, you better come up with a plan, and you better come up with that plan like right at the beginning. So we're 6 months out. roughly about 5.5 or so months. And that's why I'm like, you know, right now, I'm drinking caffeine and thinking this thing through and just making sure that I'm not in a situation. Now, if you don't have the money, by the time that truck gets here, you can still do a regular lease, but you lose your deposit. You lose what you've paid so far. So you'll have all the extras and you just do a standard lease, and then you can buy the truck after you complete the lease. So it's not like the truck's going to show up and you're not going to get the truck, you know. But man, I'm just giving you guys a heads up. If you're planning on buying a truck, get on a plan from the beginning, because 5 months, 6 months goes by really fast, and you better have that 10 or 12 grand or whatever it is you're going to need to have to get that truck. So yeah, I owe 10 grand, and then I owe the full price of the truck. But yeah, it was just the things I was thinking about this morning while driving to our 90. So we're down in Florida here. It's amazing. I'm actually overdressed right now. It's like 58 degrees. So nice. I don't know what I have some ideas on what I'd like to get loaded out of here on. We may change our PTA today. It's Sunday. Need to get showers. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep yesterday. So I don't know, we'll play it by ear. I'm gonna go drop this load off here in a couple hours, and then see what's on load choice. And if there's not the kind of load that, I'm not being picky, I'll take orange juice, I'll take whatever. It's just got to be the right time and the right direction, because there's weather to look at right now too. So if there's not something that I want to jump on right away this morning, then we're going to go shut down for a little while today and get showers and get some good rest, because we ran pretty good since we left Springfield. Last 2 days we basically, since we left that Love's 2 nights ago, we haven't stopped. And we've, like, I'm talking about cleaning filthy trailers by hand, because there's no washout within. We would have had to go 50 miles out of the way and 50 miles back. So it took us an hour to clean this damn trailer yesterday. Pain in the ass receiver that we went to yesterday is such a cluster F, just ridiculous. And then where we went to pick up, drop and hook, was also asinine and ridiculous. Our trailer was hidden like 2 rows back behind a whole bunch of other trailers. It was 2 inches from the trailer next to it. So we had this yard dog trying to fight to get, he couldn't even get to some of the trailers that he needed to move out of the way. And it just took forever to get to deal with the receiver, the 90 that we went to, and then the 01 that we went to. So, and it's just really rough lots through all that crap. I just didn't get good sleep. So anyway, all right guys, I'm gonna get off of here. But if you order a truck, it's a good decision. Just make sure you get a plan together from the beginning, because having to come up with an extra 10K between now and July, it's fun. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about getting the truck, guys. No doubt. It's just like, holy shit. All right. Be safe, guys. Make good decisions. As always, drive, thrive. Talk to you soon.